Oh, good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in. Come on and chat with me on the way on my ride. Yep, let me have a cheeseburger and a fry.
What size for the fries?
A small.
It's okay with pickles and tomato and the cheeseburger?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's it?
Yeah.
568.
Yeah. Good Lady Libra. What's going on, chica? How you feeling this morning? Long time no see. What's going on, boo boo? Hope you're well. Doing good. I'm gonna have a Burger King burger for breakfast this morning, but come on in, hit the like button when you come in. I so appreciate it. I'm come on the screen. Hey,
568.
oh, you need some change. Let me find you $1. There you go. Yeah. Good. Too cute. What's going on? Thank you, ladies, for keeping your membership. Yay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's what's up. That's love.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Can you just pull up a little bit for
Yep.
me, sir?
So, y'all, you've been under 403. Okay. I forget you switch it up. Okay, not wrong with that. You switching it up. That's all right. Y'all, let me just express my thoughts about oh this Shannon Sharpen stuff. Since day one, that's what. Look, girl, too cute. You see, I'm doing my teeth now, right? I gave up on the other way. I'm gonna put them on in a minute, but I wanted to eat some, and then I gotta go brush my teeth behind every time I eat. But see, I've been putting them on, too cute. I'm on tray number 3, girl. I never gave up, did I? Never gave up. I saved the money up for it, though. It's like, okay, I'm ready. Yesterday, I was in a little bit of pain from it, though. Too cute. Oh, my God. Because the trays are so, they're different to help move the teeth around, right? So I'm like, oh, yesterday, honey, I had to pop a leave. I was like, and it's making it a little bit more difficult for me to eat hard, anything solid because the gum tissues is softening up, I reckon. But baby, so I had soup today. I'm gonna try to eat this burger and fry. Then I got my smoothie. I made my smoothie. Mm. And it's good too. So I'm looking for my hand lotion. But y'all, what are y'all thoughts and opinion on the Shannon Sharp situation? Because I have one. I truly do have one. After, you know what I do? I observe a situation first, right? I be wanting to hear what everybody else has to say. Did y'all catch the Tasha K? Because you know she gonna have a little bit more information because she's been in tune and evolved around a lot of these. Where's my lotion? A lot of these people, right? Oh my God, I love the duffel bags, but baby, when you get to filling them up, you literally got to dig all through this shit to find your shit. But it's in here somewhere. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Right? Hi, Frankie love. Hi, sweetheart. So, what are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thinking? Hi, Unique. Hey, love. Are y'all, whose side are y'all siding with? Are you siding with the Shannon and waiting on his full story and the full video of things or whatever? I'm not siding. Thank you. Appreciate it. You too. I'm not siding. I don't, Unique. I'm not, let me tell you, I'm not siding with Shannon on this one. I gave it a lot of thought. I listened to a lot of commentators speak their opinion on it and everything. Even that damn Dr. Uma, or whatever, his name is. Even him, right? And I know, like that's they side of the world, the rich people. the rich people, right? So this side of the world. So it's kind of hard, to just jump inside of that world. But I'm like, okay, this is enough. This is enough. First of all, somebody please tell me what exactly is the OnlyFans page or site for? What exactly do they do on there? What do they do? Because from what I've learned, it's for people who engage in explicit shit, right? That's how I think of it. I'm thinking there's a reason why, a lot of them have this OnlyFans page, especially with this girl, Gabby, and the pictures that I saw, she's profiling in underwear, lingerie, or whatever the case may be, half clothed or whatever, right? So to me, that there leads to enticement. I want to entice somebody, gain the attention, and get the attraction that I want to blow up the character that I choose to be on the internet and make money off of it. That's what I thought. So I'm right, Unique? Okay. So with that being said, and I hear the word girlfriend to who? Wouldn't that be a girlfriend to everybody? Because the body, the conversations and everything would be to everybody when she's on the page, or anybody that does the fan thing. So it makes money, right? So she's making money. We're drawing in money. So where would it get off to become your girlfriend? Now, I get the fact that he used his brain to say, if we're going to be in this peculiar type of relationship, that I'm going to need you to sign the NDA or whatever the case may be, if they would have chosen to gotten married prenup, right? He doesn't want to lose all his money to a female for any reason at all. Most rich people would probably do that. But I can't side with him right now. I don't think I'll side with him at all at the end of the journey of what he's trying to do. I think, just for the sake of it, for whatever amount of money that she may be asking for, not all of it, because I don't think that she should get his entire income to please her, as she stated, reaping emotional distress. Because there were signs, it's on the paperwork, that there was role playing going on. She was all into it. Do this to me, put a baby in me, all this crap, right? Now, that's fine and dandy. Shannon played a role in it. I also have another question. Can somebody please tell me what, other than him playing football, gaining income through other sources, right? Does he have any background of putting millions of dollars into communities like the Boys and Girls Club or a golf club or building a college or anything like that? Does anybody know that? Hi, Rated R. Good morning. Does anybody? Because I don't know. I haven't heard it. So his full resume, I'm just not aware of, and I was hoping maybe somebody from the chat would know if he had indulged in distributing and building up, the people in with those type of sources out here or resources. Have he done that? I don't know. But what I'm gonna say is, if that is not done before he uses his millions of dollars to search out someone who my opinion, would consider an internet thought. That's just my opinion. It's a thought because you're too comfortable online soliciting with your body to, capture the attraction from men or women, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying that's just the word that I choose to use, and she may not be physically a Tatiana, but mentally in my head, I'm looking at her, I'm like, yeah, she's exposing like an old thought, but then she may be a good person. But the role play text messages, y'all, come on, y'all, come on with it. I'm just saying, I don't understand the people with the arguments about the age difference. I do believe that, being 30 years or so senior to someone, and just because they are, 19, it's just not a good look. It's mentally and morally weird. It is, but, as they say, to each his own, especially when we are defined after a certain age of being grown, or legal, as they say. However, I have another question. And my question is, if somebody knows, when it comes to a situation like this, and this audio dropped, what was it, 10 seconds? Okay. Is it true or not true that she dropped the audio before obtaining legal representation, which I forget the guy's name because I don't write this stuff down, but that one attorney that they're saying out here that, went after Jay-Z and Sean Combs, right? So how is it that these people can come across the same legal representation out here in this game to do so? Did the legal attorney look her up? Seems to be that Shannon Sharpen knows this attorney very well. He talked about him and everything. So it's like this whole big bubble that like they all just know each other, and it's freaking weird, right? But how did she obtain him? When I ask that question, what I'm thinking about is she is aware of certain storylines pertaining to this attorney, and have became aware that this attorney has very good chances of receiving monetary damages for a person. So I'm like, how this goofy shit works? Shit crazy as hell, right? So now that the 10-second or so audio tape dropped, right? And in that audio tape, everybody is zooming in on the part where Shannon says that I'm going to choke you. Well, I'll even choke you when I see you. That word choke. How detrimental is it? I mean, because he's saying that it's a much longer audio tape. I don't even know. I mean, I get it, because people are, when you're in the hot seat, you're going to find a defense for yourself. The question is it the right defense? Did he make a right defensible move? It's weird. Me, no, I don't think that I would have even touched on the fact that it's another tape. But what behooves me is when people get in trouble and something weirdo happen, they put it out here for the public to either execute, to either free you from your cause of action, or like what? I don't understand. It's like the internet has become the goddamn courtroom. I don't understand it. I would have not said anything. Who do you have to prove? You're trying to prove something to a world of people who, number one, is not financially supporting you. Number two, not going to pay for your attorneys. Number three, probably not going to be in the courtroom. Number four, and also have some bad, fucked up ass advice. Some of them may have good, but half of the world don't mean you no good. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but they feel like they have to do this in some sense because it's the public, the people who gain them they status quo or quick pro quo, whatever it is. They feel that they have to give it back to them. We have to know your story. We have to know where you've been, all this stuff. I'm like, oh, we ain't on no goddamn jury pool. So, with that being said, he turns around and says that it's a much longer tape. Put the whole tape out. It doesn't matter whether if the tape was 2 minutes and 50 seconds long. If that word is a choke is still in the audio, how do you get past that? How do you defend yourself to make it for you to say, well, it's still role playing and she's done it to me, or if something like that is existing on the rest of the audio? You have to keep in mind that everybody's going to have a different perception of the way you're trying to explain it and perceived it at that time. He may perceive it that way, but how are you going to be able to convince a juror or convince a judge that, no, that's not what I mean? Some of it, he just may survive with it. And that's because the prioring of the previous text messages, how it led up to it. But then if we get into it being a black and white situation occurring, right? Now you got that part of the battlefield to fight, because we all know how that can look when a black man says something like that to a white woman. Now, he might have been able to suffice that had he said it to a black woman. Might have been okay. That's the type of freaking foreplay and language that, you know, is immune out here to use. You know, to the white people, when the black said to the black people, it becomes mute. But when you say it to the white woman, and you're talking about the history of, you know, what's that boy? They got hung, the young boy, because he whistled at the white woman. Most people still live and see those, you know, dimensions of the history level of things, right? So I'm saying to myself, he offered her, what was it, 10 million? And there's a really strong reason why she turned down the 10 million and now wants to sue for the 50 million. A lot of people out here, from what I'm seeing, is saying because that Shannon Sharp opened his mouth and saying that, you know, he was about to enter into a $100 million contract with ESPN. So maybe she heard that. Maybe she heard ching ching, you know, nope, not gonna happen. I won't have, you know, like Eddie Murphy, Goonie Goo Goo motherfuckers. You know? But should she get the 50 million? I would disagree with that, because it was a lot of freaking role-playing sexual contact between both of them. They said that this started, according to the paperwork, back in 2024, November, something like that. Here we, or 23, I'm sorry. Here we are now, later down the road, and because doing some sexual contact, a certain position became unwarranted. A certain position became unwarranted. So now he has those two main elements of a strike against him. The first one is that word choking in that paperwork. How will he get around that? The second one is I know y'all know. Hit the like button, y'all. The second one was after probably multiple times of having sexual intercourse. Mind you, that I believe had a price ticket on it anyways. When I read that text message up there and I saw Gabby text message apparently say 25,000 for a cheek. It's no telling how long Shannon Sharpie has been paying for pussy. Ain't no telling. Probably think about it. I'm pretty sure there's like, I don't know about OnlyFans page. But somebody please tell me. Now I want to know. It's got to be a membership fee, right? I'm pretty sure when he first came across her, you probably had to pay a certain amount of dollars or so to even see certain things from a person who is comfortably exposing themselves to gain monetary, to have monetary gain. There's no telling. She done probably already done made thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars just for him wanting to look at it. Not even the scratch and sniff. Ain't no telling how much she probably charged for that. That's probably going every bit of a quick of 50,000. But in that paperwork, it clearly said 25,000 per cheek. Per cheek. She's talking about her ass cheeks, okay? Which is clearly shown to the world. Then you have to ask yourself, well, why would you pay so much like that when all you do is pay your membership because, or hit her Instagram or whatever the case may be, and there's a butt cheeks right there. I don't get it. Maybe he was desperate and this one here really turned him the fuck on. Now keep in mind, in your 50s and 60s, as a man, this is just my opinion. I think that they prefer, if they are not married or tied down with a significant other or whatever, they will be behind the goddamn scenes, especially a rich one, looking up some goddamn booty. It's going to happen. Period. So, with that being said, I'm here checking all these text messages out, right? And I'm saying to myself, nah, this man been paying this chick for a while. For a while. But what is the second one that put this X on him that he's going to have a hard time fighting? Because we've seen this now multiple times about when a woman says no. But could it be possible that Shannon Sharp may have his evidence of wiring, transferring certain amount of monies to do and have certain sexual activity with her? Could that be possible? It very much so can be goddamn possible. But as the women stands for the women, and I do stand for this one purpose and one purpose only. It doesn't matter how intensified your sexual activity may get in the bedroom. When you say no, that's exactly what it means. You have to stop fucking. You gotta stop, man. You gotta pull off. You gotta go sit down, cool off, and whatever. Some of them have a very hard time, and a lot of us should understand why it makes it hard for a man to just spontaneously stop. It's because in our mind, or their mind, or your mind, your body is already caught up in that feeling. It's a gust. It's a rush. It's like, what? You want me to what? And so it makes it a little bit difficult for them. In the message that I heard, it appeared to me that they have probably already encountered anal sex, the dookie shoot. Okay? It just so happened to be at this one specific time, she did not want it. That's just my opinion. And she says no. She says also in the message that I was reading something about a condom. Well, why would you be asking for him to put a condom on, but then and turn around to say that no, I don't want anal sex? It's weird to me. Why aren't you asking about a damn condom? I'm just saying. Mm. Y'all don't find that weird? However, in my opinion, respectfully, yes, he should go ahead on and settle what the fuck he got to settle on, even if it hits his pocket, because I don't see how a much longer audio tape is going to save him if that word choke is still on the longer audio. How is that going to save you? The third thing that I thought about, not to make it a racial discussion, right? Is, but I'm always thinking about history, my history, the things that then happened before time, right? And listening to the Dr. Umer make a joke about the snow bunnies and things of sort, right? And I know a lot of people don't like to take it there, and let's just keep it at it was just a consensual relationship and things like that. To me, Shannon Sharpe was well aware that there was some filming going on. Now, whether if Gabby felt that she needed to be filming or he needed to be filming or whatever, somebody didn't trust somebody. Where do you think that the filming is going to go? What y'all just gonna keep it? You think that that you'll never get into an argument, or you'll never have a desire to look at another woman? It's not going to happen when you sit here and you plainly create evidence against yourself. Like, what? Who the fuck does that? When does that become part of a fetish fetish thing to do in having sex? It's the weirdest shit to me. It always has been the weirdest shit to me. You're not never, or you don't know if you're going to be bounded to someone for the rest of your life in a situation like this. Will never happen to you. So it's like, leave the goddamn cameras off. But a lot of people just love it because it turns you on, I guess. I don't understand that shit. It's weird. But I do believe that Shannon was aware that some of the videotaping, was going on. I do. I think, that's just how I feel about it. However, especially when he sits up there and talks about, well, it's a longer video. It's a longer video. So did Gabby make him aware that, the video was done and yada, 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 and you're being recorded? Or was Shannon Sharpe very sharp, realizing that he was being recorded and things of such, Was he wrong for offering her the money before the lawsuit was filed? How everybody's up here upset about that. Everybody mad about that. Oh, he offered her the money before the suit was filed. Sometimes it's damn if you do and damn if you don't. So then, of course, there's a speculation that he dropped that, proposal on her. Here you go, because he didn't want to have his situation brought out into the atmosphere like this, because he knew the type of reaction he was going to get. Yeah, I was like, oh shit. So with that being said, I guess because this is such a pattern of this type of news dropping, who's going to be next week? Somebody take a wild guess. Who up next week? How is it that these people, he sat there. Shannon Sharpen did a take on R. Kelly, asking several questions about, can you separate a situation that occurred with R. Kelly, the music, from his situation? A lot of his respondents were saying that Of course, R. Kelly's still gonna be the greatest in the music or this or that. He'll never, die from that. That's in the making. That's done. That's concreted. That's solid, right? But to have a person sit up and he's made himself aware of how particular entrapments can happen. But yet then, here he is, a millionaire, a couple of times millionaire, got some backdoor secret ass shit going on that in somewhere in his head he could have or should have known that a situation pretty much like this was going to occur. Especially when you're trying to sneak around and do it. You're meeting her over there. I think that maybe if, as he stated, in the relationship, everybody saying it was a relationship, then have your girl on your show with you. Have she been invited to the home with you? Have she met your mom? Oh, I'm wondering how her parents feel about this shit here, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. How y'all think her parents feeling about it? Do y'all think her parents over there saying, girl, go get that money? Girl, you done hit the damn jackpot. Yeah, even though I don't think it has been put out, I probably could go Google it or something. You know what actually is her income? What's her income? How much is she already worth? Since they're saying, as Tasha K was saying, she's a OnlyFans star. Does anybody know? Y'all so quiet in the chat. So I guess y'all do not know. But you know what? Thanks for joining the chat anyway, because I really had my opinion on this. My final thought on this is, I let my fries get cold. My final thought of this is, it is what it is. You reap what he sow. There's a magnitude of freaking women out here to walk the life with, show off, have fun, do multiple things with other than being in a sexual relationship, because that's what I think it was. That's just my opinion. It was only a fucking relationship. I have not heard anything about them doing any type of business together or nothing. Is she escorting him, as he go and do his screening for ESPN or any other thing? What else the fuck? Where are the dinner parties at? Where's any of that shit at? Where's that? Have you seen her drive his cars or anything like that? Have you seen him on the airline flights together? Nothing. So he's just meeting up to fuck. Well, they say don't stick your dick in every damn thing, because it will get stuck. But in this case, she did not want it up her doo-doo chute. She said no. So I think that it was fair game. However, there is some things, according to, what do they say, the time's up or whatever, Me Too, you just can't do anymore. And there's going to be a lot of people that is siding with her to take that money. Just like that damn attorney is doing over there. He wants the bag. He wants the bag. Now, I feel like this. I don't care how much of a high power attorney you are and how much clout you have to go to take down people. And this is how I felt about Gloria Allred, right? Which I have always felt with Gloria Allred bringing them goddamn girls on there that was crying. The ones that was from Baltimore. I felt that R. Kelly shit, and I wish he would have still had enough money to sue the fuck out of Gloria Allred. You just out here just getting people all out the garbage and shit to come up to put these goddamn cases on me and stuff like that, and it's not true. The man that said that he found the tape up in the attic or some shit like that was under Gloria Allred. I would have sued the fuck out of Gloria. I mean, I would have hoped to been in a position to do so. Hell no. You're not going to do this. Now, the attorneys that does these type of fighting for these women, or, because I haven't seen one fight for a man yet. Not in the case of a man claiming that they were sexually assaulted, right? But um, they gotta go. One thing for sure and two things for certain. You know when an attorney is actually caring about your situation and choosing to do the work for you. And that's the ones that don't see the greed before you. You know, because it is a greedy situation, right? Especially when you asking for $50 million or $320 million damn dollars, and the attorney receives over 46%, of that wage. That's just insane. The attorney should want to see you walking away with the damages that were done to you. But a lot of them focus more on the getting paid for the work that they have to put into it, and not caring literally how it fucking hurted you. You gonna get something, because their job also is to become as wealthy as your ass. Some people don't give a fuck because they just want the money. As long as you get me something, it is what it is. But I don't like them damn attorneys like that. Yeah, you work for me. And yeah, I think we're dealing with a case, to something like this or anybody else, is that, and I'm looking to get 50 million out of it. Well, after that, I think you should receive about 2 million. Here's 2 million for doing the case. But you may have this shark attorney that's looking to get about 12 million off of it. That bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But, that's just part of life, I guess. They go by the percentage, all the hours that they put in. How you figure that they get to even 1 million? What is 1 million? What are they getting paid? Like 9,000 an hour? And when you only working the damn case for roughly probably about 6 hours out the damn day, intermittently, off and on, off and on. It ain't like they doing 24 damn hours. You gotta sleep. When does the clock stop? Or they got this team too. They got a magnitude of team, 20 damn people out there. You got to pay all them. This shit get crazy. But that's just my opinion. And who's next? Who's next? I was asking myself another question today when they said that was Boosie Badass and Sexy Red sexual tape that dropped, where Sexual Red was getting a booty ate like groceries. You ain't hear no more after that. Neither one of them sued each other. Nobody bitched about it. Only the community had the complaints about it. And and look at this, and Boosie would do it, and Boosie do it, and I'm trying to see. I'm like, well, you can't see his face or nothing like that, but it's just an audio. But nevertheless, to say, you didn't hear that go any farther. Neither one of them got that damn infuriated to sue each other about that videotape, audio tape, whatever, dropping with Sexy Red and Boosie Badass. Why is that? I'm waiting too, honey. I want to know, because this is like this is becoming a pattern. But like I said, you can't tell me that Shannon Sharpen sat up there, had his broadcasting show, asking magnitude of people about R. Kelly situation, and will they be able to decipher? Can you depict, like, does this really kill him? Does it take his image? Does it, or will it? Is it, do you still recognize the music in the artists of R. Kelly? They all express their opinion, but at the same time, he talked about R. Kelly's situation, but in a very shyful way. Not like really putting it out there. He didn't want to touch solely on the element of R. Kelly's situation, but he was touching on it, right? But he kept it clean as fuck. But here, I'm saying to myself, now in Shannon Sharpen's mind, if you can touch on it and bring some awareness to that, these type of things are happening, how in the fuck do you end up in a situation like this? Huh? Oh, I'll tell you how. Thinking that because I am worth over $100 million that I can get away with it. I'll just buy my secrecy. All you got to do is make a motherfucker mad. Before I go, and I'm glad I said that because I want to touch on this because I got a question for the chat. Name one thing other than a person, money, charisma, and knowing them that will break up or cause, let me say cause, because we just seen it happen with Azrael. Name one thing that can happen when a woman does this. We're already predicating that this woman is scorned about something other than a flimsy ass argument. I'll wait. If you think that it was just a doo-doo shoot and her saying no, or it was just Shannon Sharpen saying, I'm going to choke you, I'm willing to put $5 on it that is not. I'm willing to bet you that she was scorned probably from something else that she found out. Kind of sounds familiar, don't it? Kind of sounds similar, don't it? I'm willing to bet you that it was another freaking woman or something somewhere that then came out, or Shannon then slipped it out, or the other woman or something then came out. I'm willing to bet you. And that damn Gabby got mad and jealous, and all of a sudden the attitude started coming. Her body language is different, and she's played it off for a minute. Reason why that she would play it off is to continue to receive the monies that she was probably already previously receiving for showing the buck cheek and meeting up in Vegas or Venezuela or Vancouver privately. But then a person can receive enough now. What do you mean by that, Pap? She checked her bank account. Man, I got enough. I could be done with this ninja. I don't need his money no more. And developed a monstrous ass story to drop out here on his ass. That's just my opinion. One thing for sure, two things for certain. That we all got to keep in mind as we continue this journey that we call life. Be careful of the ones that sits up and sounds like they are so intelligent, smart, can deliver a whole bunch of stuff to you in a certain kind of manner. It's always going to be something squeaky about them motherfuckers behind closed doors. I say it like DJ used to say it, right? DJ Tyson. It's an overlay for the underplay. You just got to sit and wait for the underplay to overbear the overlay. Because it will come out. What's in the dark will come to light, and it's always in a fashion that we don't ever fucking expect, but it will come out. It's hard to hold shit in. People just can't do it. People can't take a lot of shit to their graves, whether if you've been hurt or whether if you happy and you died rich. Somebody gonna know about it. You got to tell it. You say, in your opinion, Kelly, was a test to see if this worked. After that, look, all the men getting, girl, what you said, what you just said. Nobody, I don't think nobody really took this seriously. I really don't. So, no, I don't have any sympathy or can empathize with Shannon Sharpen, especially after watching a lot of his sit downs, even the one with Monique, In Cadwell, I watched quite a few people come through there and sit on that couch and drink plenty of that expensive ass freaking liquor. Notice that he never slams it down either. He'll sip on his, but he'll feed it to you. Here you go. He'll just have a little sip. He's never getting drunk on his channel because he doesn't want that scar or reputation. You never have nobody come out here saying, have you ever seen Shannon Sharpen drunk as fuck? Shannon Sharpen was drunk as fuck on that show. Nope. Because he knows what he was doing and knows how to work. But the same token, it's like just so many similarities of a situation. If I wish to take, Gabby and exchange that for Azarel, I think that this is something where she got scorned about something. They've been sexually active and having a whole bunch of kinky, freaky, deaky ass shit since 2023. Here we come now, and she doesn't want it up the dookie chute when she probably already done had it up the dookie chute. Who knows? But because there's no condom, and now I said no, in the middle of them probably having foreplay and all that stuff, and a man is supposed to be able to just turn it off. That's a psychological thing, It's something that it just doesn't click that fast when you are in the heat of arousal or intimacy. I'm sure it's kind of hard, but I also feel like if that's not wanted, I could, sit here and say as a woman, why the fuck did you not run away? Why the fuck did you go back? Because in one of those text messages, it clearly shows that they met up one day and then something happened and whatever. Somebody gonna tell you that they gonna choke you out when I see you. I'm really curious about why the fuck did she even go? Did she feel that threatened because of what? Was it the skin color? Is it a black man? Did he have that much dominancy over you or control over you? He got to fly to meet you there. What the hell is you still going for? See, women, we can also get caught up in that money. Good morning, love. All is good, though. We can also get caught up in that money where we're going to hope that nothing is going to happen to me. I'm going to show up because she already know in her head that by her showing up, shit, that's probably another $10,000 right there in her pocket just for coming and having some goddamn partay juice and delicious strawberries sitting on the table with a rose. That's another $10,000-$20,000 for her. So in her mind, psychologically, she can't stop because of the addiction to the money. It could be that. Could be to the addiction of the money. Absolutely. So I'm gonna go and take this chance and see what happens. What happens? An argument and all this starts, and then she gets to record certain conversations and make it seem like it's this away and this away. But in reality, like, she didn't have to show up anymore. Especially when you realize that arguments are starting to become more frequently. Especially when you start to hear the change in the man's conversation or body language. That's the minute right there you have to you know what? I'm going to end this. What was Shannon Sharpen going to do? Hire a bunch of thugs or whatever to come and fuck her up? What are we going to do? You going to put that image out? Probably. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Plenty of chances to say you just have to notice them. But it becomes unnoticed and it becomes numb to you, blind to you, because shit, I can get me the $20,000 just for going to brunch with them. Shit, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I'll sacrifice the fighting and all and this crazy ass sex shit and text messages and all this stuff. I would just squeeze on my, I ain't even got my other phone powered on, but on my nipple and do all of this crap. Everybody freaky deaky, okay, fine. But Shannon Sharpen up there in the millionaire category, out there to even have these type of text messages existing because you don't physically have this person with you or at home with you at all times. You got to have that long distance goddamn relationship shit crazy as fuck too. You got to have a text messages goddamn relationship. The only thing that you should have seen in the damn text messages that can be recovered no matter what, as they say, they don't give a fuck about you, delete them, they gonna find them, right? Instead of you putting in the text message, hello sweetheart, how you doing? Are we meeting this weekend? Or stuff like that. They got the whole fucking book of what they want to do to each other and what she wants, and he can deliver. Like, what the fuck? I wish you would. I wish you would. I have somebody here or two of there a long time ago may put some stuff in explicit in there. I delete that shit right out. Ain't no response to it. You are never. And somehow it seems to me that it's more broke ass people that got more common sense now than the rich ass damn people. I don't understand it. I don't understand that shit. Shit's weird. Well, maybe I shouldn't say I don't understand it completely, because a lot of it, some of it I do understand. Let me change that word to some of it I do. And it's because when you have that wealth, yes, you feel like that you can do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, make it to where others are not aware of what you are doing because you have that money to afford that stuff. Oh yeah, I believe it's way more than I believe you, hon. I believe you. So then you had his partner who says that he brought him in to ESPN make a statement. I'm going to tell you this too. If you are claiming that you are my BFF, my homie till we goddamn die, I don't need you to come out to explain or justify or anything for me. If I'm not talking or if I'm not sitting there with you, then shut the fuck up. People can't do that. I don't understand that shit. You're not a friend of mine. Because if you are, you're not going to speak on anything about me. And it's a mutual situation. I wouldn't do it to you unless you are clearly aware of it, and I want to have you there with me. That's how I roll. In that reality, that's how we roll. Yeah. Not gonna fucking happen. So now I question the authenticity of, what's his name, y'all? I don't know his name. I forgot it. That's doing the ESPN. I question the authenticity of his friendship. I question the authenticity of Dr. Umar friendship. He say he's still gonna roll with him. But in the same sentence, he turns around and have his little chant about no snow bunnies. But one minute you want to shake hands and do the brother dance. But then in the next minute you making mockery because I fucked with a white woman. That's some bullshit. Fuck on away from me. That's a straddler. You don't get the goddamn straddle the fence. Either you gonna roll with me on it and put a period, or you can dance your ass away from me. See, I have friends. You all have friends. And we know that in your friendship, there's going to be something that is not always right in the eyes of you of what your friend is doing. You know he's doing it. You know she's doing it. But that's my friend. That's my ride. I have to let my ride get him or herself caught up. But when him or herself gets caught up as a friend, I'm just riding with her or him as they try to dig themselves out of it. I don't get to come out here to speak on it. That's their problem. But as a friend, my shoulder is going to be there. I'll have a little bit of advice or my opinion, but it's not my goddamn position to come out here to tell you, well, and I know, and I kind of did, and I was hoping, but I spoke to him and her, and I did. That ain't how I roll. That ain't how I roll. Mm-mm. So with that being said, I don't know how Shannon Sharpe would take Dr. Umar antic when he did that live, because you want to play with it. This is no play freaking matter. Yes, you probably told me stop fucking with snow bunnies, but yet then you make content and say that you're my friend, you're my brother, and you do some shit like this, you got to go, man. You got to ride. It is what the fuck it is. I don't play with the story that is about to cost me my mother sucking life or my benefits. You know, I'm wondering how when some shit go down like this, you know, just like when people come across a bill that they can't pay and they can't sleep all night. Y'all think Shannon Sharpe got any sleep off of this? I don't think so. I think he was up all night, probably putting together maybe a 12 attorney member board. What I think, shit like this, boy, have your guts hurting, everything hurting. Shit like this, have you on the toilet, all that darn the central nervous system get to acting up. Shit, you like, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? However, in defense of Shannon, just a little bit, hopefully, his longer version of the audio coming behind, you know, don't say another word or I'm going to choke you. And then I'll choke you in person when I see you. Hopefully this audio may have another a cleaner version to give the world out here a different perception of his image. Because right now, he looks and sounds as if he can become that man that can hurt you when you put the red light district on his ass. You know, he's a football player, ex-football player, and all of a such, right? Lord, who is next? I like to be a little bit more prepared than this shit getting springed on me every goddamn week when I'm on YouTube. Who is next? We have not even gotten the Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony story wet. That ain't even in the mud yet. That's not even in the mud yet. What do I mean by not in the mud yet? It has not even been finished and drawn out and sit there to the freaking grand jury or nothing. We know it's charges. That's about it. We just sat here and it wasn't even a whole 2 weeks. Then here comes something else. Every freaking time. And then you do these stories over and over and over. Yes, you want to trust a woman. Yes, you want to be with a woman. But what's wrong with the regular, normal way? What happened to that? Shannon, wasn't nobody in church? Wasn't no women's out at the carnivals? None of your homeboys, Dr. Umar, he didn't have a woman for you? No, there's nobody. You want to play sneaky poo with millions of dollars, paying 25 grand for a booty cheek picture, 100 grand allegedly for a membership just to do a scratch and sniff, sneak and peekaboo show, probably 300,000 to go in the dookie shoot, 400,000 to have somebody meet up with you over at a particular hidden out, closed off ass restaurant somebody ain't never fucking heard of? How many islands y'all think they done been on? Shannon gonna have his shit to probably show that there was a consensual and mutual relationship. I'm just confused of how in the fuck do you call it a relationship with somebody who is operating on a OnlyFans page where you have to pay a certain amount to see certain things or have certain conversations. That ain't your girlfriend. That's everybody's motherfucking girlfriend. For bitter or sweet, I wish he would have just left it at his acquaintances. That was my acquaintance. That's it and that's all. That was my fetish bone. That's what I like to go to when I'm feeling a little horny in my late 50s and early 60s. That's all. We could just left it at that. Ain't nothing wrong with a little fun under the sun. But don't call it what it ain't. Cause this whole shit right here looks stank. Get that girl that 50 million. Ching ching. It's over. Get that girl that damn 50 million. Give her 50 million. In the relationship. I'm sure you'll never want to see her again. Never want to see her again. You mad. And it is what it is. Do I think that he should lose any part of his contract for ESPN for the 100 million? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, I get that the business likes to do things like this and they don't want that particular image on him, but by golly, be holy. What if there's plenty of more of them who's operating under ESPN but keeping it very secret too? They all making money. Huh? It just ain't been exposed. Right? I don't know. One thing that I just don't never disagree, that I agree with, is anybody taking away anybody's income. He's going to get punished. I call that double jeopardy. Don't hit me 2, 3 motherfucking times like they did R. Kelly. If this is what I'm doing, I'm already getting sued. I'm finna lose a lot of money for that. Yeah, I'm going to have this image for quite some time. But as we all know, and the truth is so not told. Well, the truth is told, not sold. Let me change that up. Right? Don't take your income. Don't take people's incomes. Don't make it to where a situation can occur again and a person or a man or a woman don't have the financial sources to handle a situation that arises. That's all I'm saying. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like button. That's just my opinion. All of this is alleged according to what I've been saying, other than what you already know. Take it for whatever it's worth. And with that being said, peace to y'all and have a great, great, great goddamn day. But I gotta go. Bye.